All right, burgeoning viewers, one quick note for you. A subscriber a day in October. If we hit 31 subscribers in 31 days, one lucky subscriber will walk away with the entire Modern Horizons art card series. Additionally, a comment a day. Any subscriber that leaves a comment in every video posted by MTG Burgeoning during the month of October will become eligible for the November Pack Wars. On November 1st, a list of all subscribers that left a comment on every MTG Burgeoning video during the month of October will be compiled, and from this list, one subscriber will be randomly chosen to participate in the November Pack Wars. So hope for peace, but prepare for war. Welcome back, community. Here we are on EDH Commander Thursdays, and for today's video, we are going to play test a deck that you built. That's right, folks. Over on Build a Deck Tuesdays, we spent August and September constructing Zaxara the Exemplary, and in today's video, we're going to give that baby a test run. Welcome back, community. MTG Burgeoning here, and we are going to take our favorite Nightmare Hydra for a test run. That's right, for 1 in Sultai, we got a 2/3 legendary Nightmare Hydra with Death Touch. Tap 2, add 2 mana of any one color, and whenever we cast a spell with X in its mana cost, we create a 0/0 green Hydra creature token, then put X +1/+1 counters on it. So we are going to give this baby a test spin. All right, so let's shuffle this bad boy up. And then let's get ready to show off the goods. This was the culmination of nearly 2 months of deck building discussions and suggestions and play testing from you, the MTG Burgeoning community. And now it is time for you to see pseudo en vivo. I know it's just a play testing, but now it's time for you to see what that work encompasses. So we're going to put our shiny little commander right there. We're going to have our turn counter right there, because as is customary for when we play test our decks, by turn 7 we need to be an immense threat, and hopefully sooner than that. All right, so with an opening hand, let's see. Great start. Great start. All right. Gelatinous Genesis. Colonian Hydra. Give us a green. There's our Overgrown Tomb. Oh, and things are looking very good. We keep this hand without a doubt. So let's move to turn 1. We draw an island. We'll just put our Overgrown Tomb into play tapped. We're going to untap that baby. We'll move to turn 2. We draw a Stonecoil Serpent. How nice. We're going to tap, or I'm going to play a swamp. We're going to tap 2. We're going to cast our Farseek, and we are going to search our library to put into play. What do we have in our hand here? We've got an island and a swamp. So let's make sure we get ourselves a nice breeding pool. So let's do that off camera as to save some time. All right, so there's our breeding pool. And of course, we tap those 2 to cast the Farseek. The breeding pool comes into play tap. We're not going to pay 2 life to have that come into play untap, because we've got nothing to cast other than a Stonecoil Serpent. And I think we're going to leave that in our hand. A 1/1 Stonecoil Serpent, not as good as something that we're going to do in about 2 turns from now, if everything holds up to exactly what we're hoping it will. All right, so we shuffle up our deck. Excellent. Give it a nice little cut. Smooth on out. Okay, we're looking at a turn 3 casting of our commander. All right, so we got our hand. Here we go. Turn 3. We draw. Oh, a Soul Ring. How nice. Oh my goodness. What a great way to begin this playtest, folks. What a great way. All right, so we're going to drop down an island. We'll tap that island to cast our Soul Ring. And we're going to tap our mana And there comes Zaxara. Zaxara in play on turn 3. That is beautiful. That is what we want to see. And we are stocked with mana. We're going to start our turn 4 with 6 mana available. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me reframe that. We're going to start turn 4 with 8 mana available to us. We draw on turn 4. Oh, Villainous Wealth. That's just great. All right, so let's play play our swamp here. And I think I want to... You know what? I'm going to tap out 2, 4, 9. And we're going to cast a Stonecoil Serpent with 9 +1/+1 counters on it. And then here comes our Hydra. All right, so here we are on turn 4. We have our commander in play, and we've got 2 9/9 creatures, one of which is a Stonecoil Serpent. Let's give 9 counters here, and 9 counters right there. We are looking in great shape so far. So let's untap. We move to turn 5. And we draw a Branching Evolution. Oh man. If we would have had that on turn 2. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking, folks. We are going to 2 and our island. And into play comes Aristic Study. And we're also going to throw this Colonian Hydra out there too. So let's tap Zaxara. 2 green, 3 more for 5, and we'll cast our Colonian Hydra. All right, and that is our turn 5. We can attack with our big old Hydra. Maybe we leave back our Stonecoil Serpent for some protection, because it has reach. It's got protection from multicolored. Excellent start. Look at this. We are just crushing this so far. All right, we move to turn 6. We draw an Altered Ego. We're going to stash that. We're going to tap this. And we'll tap... Do we have a basic forest? We do not. So we'll tap our Overgrown Tomb for a forest. And we're going to cast our Branching Evolution. We definitely move to combat now. We declare the Colonian Hydra as an attacker. Our Hydra creature token. And our Stonecoil Serpent. And watch what happens to this. When Colonian Hydra attacks, we double the number of +1/+1 counters on creatures we control. Branching Evolution says if 1 or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature we control, twice that many +1/+1 counters go on instead. So if we've got 9 on each creature, they double, and then they double again. So... that's going to mean that the first 9 are going to go on. And then Branching Evolution takes that and doubles it to 18. So now we're attacking with 2. This is great. 27/27s. We still have Aristic Study in play. And we have a Branching Evolution. That is just awesome. So look at that. We are on turn 6. And we attacked with the 27/27 Trampler. And we have a 27/27 non-evasive Hydra attacking. And a Colonian Hydra. Oh, I forgot to put the counters on the Colonian Hydra when it came into play. And that's going to get an additional 8. Oh my goodness. How could I miss that? 4 counters when he comes into play. Then it's doubled so it gets 8 more. So there's 12 trample. All right. I think we stopped the play test right here because we demonstrated... so far, at least, with the first play testing, we were a threat in a very good and quick way. So let's do it again and see what we can come up with. All right, so we'll give this another quick shuffling. We get ready for number 2. Boy, fireworks in that number 1. Holy mackerel. I'm not sure I could have drawn that up any better, except maybe if the Branching Evolution were already in play when we cast the Stonecoil Serpent to try to get additional +1/+1 counters on the Serpent and on the Hydra creature token created by our commander. All right, so here we go. 7 up, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Play testing Zaxara. Great start, great start. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh man, Cyclonic Rift. Oh, Unbound Flourishing. Oh, Primeval Bounty, man, this is great. If we can get a little bit of ramp to get ahead of ourselves, we might be unstoppable. Okay, here we go. All right, so we keep. We move to turn 1, and we draw. There it is, right on cue, an Arcane Signet. All right, so we'll play Path to Ancestry. Get that out of the way. Untap. Turn 2, we draw an Exsanguinates. Let's play our Command Tower. Let's tap 2, and let's cast our Arcane Signet. Let's move to turn 3. We're going to untap, draw, Kruphix. Let's play an island. And you know what? I want to get Unbound Flourishing and play immediately. So let's do that. Let's tap. Let's tap for 3, and let's get Unbound Flourishing into play. I want to be able to demonstrate what this bad boy can do. All right, turn 4. Give us something good. Retribution of the Ancients. Yeah, that'll work. Plus, that's on curve for what we're doing here. All right, so I think it's time. Let's tap out for 5. We'll cast Zaxara, and we'll throw Retribution of the Ancients in play. Let me make sure I got the right mana to do that. Oh, yeah. We've got mana set up for days. Okay, here we go. We're going to move to turn 5, so we're not as explosive as our first turn. We need a nice Expel. That'll work. All right, so with 5 mana available to us, I think we pass the turn, considering that we don't want to throw Kruphix out there because it doesn't really help us right now. We don't have enough to cast Primeval Bounty. We're saving for the Exsanguinate. So what I think we would do is we would end of our last opponent's turn, cast our Stroke of Genius. Whoa, whoa! Or knock the camera over. No roller coaster rides here, baby. All right, so we're going to tap out. Oh, we had Zaxara that we could have used to put the Primeval Bounty. Well, too late now. So we'll tap out for 7, and we'll cast a Stroke of Genius, where X is going to be 4, but because of Unbound Flourishing triggers, so we're going to get 2 Strokes of Genius. So we're going to draw 4 and then 4 more. So we draw 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now we got some lands. All right, so let's untap. Duh, didn't realize I had the Zaxara out there. Could have cast a Primeval Bounty, but that's all right. So we'll draw Lifeblood Hydra. So we're going to throw a Temple of the False God into play. Try to give us some additional mana rampage. Let's clean up this hand here a little bit. Let's get our X spells together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cards, huh? All right, so let's try to empty out our hand. Let's get this Primeval Bounty out there. 2, 4, 6. We've got 9 mana to work with. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go 2, and then we'll go 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll cast Primeval Bounty. So we got that in play with Zaxara. And incoming will be, let's go with 1, 2, 3. Let's throw out another Stonecoil Serpent. So the Stonecoil Serpent, we will stack our triggers accordingly here. So when we cast an X spell, we create that nice little Hydra creature token. Unbound Flourishing will then double the mana. Bam! There we go. 6 and 6. All right, so, and then we have our Primeval Bounty trigger, which gives us a 3/3 green Beast Creature token. So we'll put our Beast Creature token into play. All right, things are looking pretty nice here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're looking to discard 3 cards here. So I think we'll discard a couple basics, and we'll discard Crucifix. Because if we do, then we hold a check land, a strip mine, some removal and a Psych Rift, Game Ender with Exsanguinate, another Hydra, Wildest Dreams to get some cards back, and a Pull from Tomorrow. All right, that's turn 6. So let's untap and see what turn 7 holds for us. Because that's our line of demarcation is turn 7. We draw a Chromatic Lantern. Yeah, that'll work. Throw our Drowned Catacomb in place. Okay. So many options of what to do here. I think what we could just simply do, you know, we got 2, 4, 6, 8. We got 10 mana. I think if we just took the route of Exsanguinate, we Exsanguinate for 16. It's not huge. So we can pull that back and we can wait a little longer. And I think that's probably the prudent thing to do. So if this were my call, I'm tapping 3 here. I'm casting a Chromatic Lantern. And I'm triggering Primeval Bounty, which is going to allow me to put 3 +1/+1 counters on a creature I control. And we're going to put that on that Beast token. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to put another Hydra in play. So I think we're going to go triple green here. No, not triple green. Yeah, I'm sorry. Triple green. 1, 2, 3, 4 with Zaxara, and we'll cast a Lifeblood Hydra. So X is going to turn into 8 because of the Unbound Flourishing lets us double that. So 8 +1/+1 counters onto the Lifeblood Hydra. We create another Hydra creature token, and that comes into play with 8 +1/+1 counters. And we cast another creature spell, so we get an additional Beast creature token into play, another 3/3 Beast. And this is turn 7, folks, so check out our field. We are absolutely loaded. Turn 7. We're not fluking. This is how it went with the play testing. Let's do it one more time. All right, so far, 2 very successful play testings with this deck. And of course, I mean, I completely get it. This is an unimpeded, uncontested, unanswered, just playing around, throwing cards. No opponents, and it will probably be a lot different under, you know, the duress of multiple opponents. But still, we are churning out our lands. We're not missing our land drops. We're ramping. We're able to cast cards ahead of turn. And once we get Zaxara onto the battlefield, we are just exponentially putting permanents into play because of its cast trigger. We're utilizing the peripheral and auxiliary supports in cards like Primeval Bounty and Unbound Flourishing, Branching Evolution. This is a very strong deck, and the play testing by turn 6 in each instance, where some players may still be, you know, tapping out to ramp as much as possible, we are threatening, and I think that is most impressive. It's a testament to the work the community did to put this deck together. Oh, Lightning Greaves, nice. Beast Within, a Rogue's Passage. All right, let's get some lands. Come on. Oh, no. It's a good land. All right, that's better. Okay, now we're good. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, we're going to keep this, no doubt about it. So let's push our library, give ourselves a little bit of room. We get our turn counter right there. All right, let's do it. Play test number 3. We draw a Thassa's Intervention. Turn 1, Overgrown Tomb. We pass. Turn 2, ramp card. Oh, not quite. Not quite a ramp card. So we'll tap 2. And, oh, you know what? Let's bait for some removal. Because if we're going to have an artifact destroyed by our opponents, we'd rather it be the Strionic Resonator than the Lightning Greaves. Okay. Turn 3, we draw an island. Perfect, because we didn't want to get into a spot where we would play a useless Gaia's Cradle. Boy, it just hurts saying that. It just hurts to say that. We'll tap 2. We'll cast said Lightning Greaves. All right, so then we'll untap. We'll move to turn 4. Got some good cards. We draw a Villainous Wealth. So we got a couple of our win conditions in hand. Got some removal, but we got to get something else going here. All right, so I think we're going to tap our 4. We're going to cast Zaxara, and we will equip Zaxara with the Lightning Greaves. Okay, here we go. 4 lands. Now we can play our Gaia's Cradle, and it can actually tap for something. Give us a Hydra Creature token spell, or a Hydra Creature spell. Oh, Forest. Okay. All right, so we'll go Gaia's Cradle, and we're not looking like we got too much here. So I would think with 5-7 mana available to us, let's pass the turn, and then at the end of our opponent's turn, we'll Thassa's Intervention to, tutor up a couple of cards. So let's do that. We'll tap for 2, 5 for 7. We'll cast Thassa's Intervention for 5, and because we did that, we'll create a 5/5. We'll create a Hydra Creature token with 5+1/+1 counters on it. Thassa's Intervention says reveal the top X cards of your library. 1, 2, or look at, not reveal. 3, 4, 5. Let's look at the top 5. We're looking for 2 good ones, and ooh boy, man, we got some good choices here. Well, it's really hard to not pick these 2 here. Doubling Season and a Primordial Hydra. I mean, we're ramping just fine, and we still have a land to play. So we're going to bring these 2 to our hand, because we're coming up to turn 6, and we want to make sure that we can threaten as much as possible. And, putting a Doubling Season and a Primordial Hydra into our mitts that's a pretty good way to threaten people. All right, so that resolves, goes to the graveyard. We untap. We still netted a 5/5 Hydra Creature token out of that. All right, we move to turn 6. We draw a Karn's Bastion. That's going to be our Proliferate land. And that's not a bad one to draw, folks. Not at all. All right, so we're going to play our Forest. And I think we're going to get our Doubling Season in play and then just tap out everything else for a Primordial Hydra. I think that's probably our best bet right now. So what do we have available to us for mana? We've got... Actually, let's be strategic about this play. Because if we put the Primordial Hydra in play first, that's 2 more mana we can add to the Gaia's Cradle. So let's go like this. But then if we do it that way, we won't reap the benefits of the spell. Tap for 5. We wouldn't be able to cast it anyways. We couldn't cast 2, 4. We can tap for 9. Yeah, let's try it that way. Let's go. Let's tap for 5. We'll cast our Doubling Season. And then we'll tap Zaxara for green. And then we'll tap our Gaia's Cradle for a total of 4. We will cast our Primordial Hydra. When we cast the Hydra, the cast trigger for Zaxara will trigger. We'll put 2 Hydra Creature tokens into play. And X was 2 for each of those spells, but because of Doubling Season, it will double. So we'll put 4 on the Primordial Hydra, and 4 on each Hydra Creature token. And this is turn 6, folks. And that's what we got right there. All right, so let's untap. We move to turn 7. And we have just really strengthened our battlefield. Look at this. We draw a card. Oh, we draw a Demonic Tutor. So look at the options presented to us. Let's play our Karn's Bastion. And let's just evaluate our options. So we have the mana that we can generate this turn. 3, 6, 8, and 5. We can tap for 13 mana this turn. So we can massively Torment of Hailfire or something, or we can Villainous Wealth, or we can just invest in Karn's Bastion, double, and I forgot to do this too, missed the trigger. So the counters here will double, but they'll double again because of doubling season, and now we have a 12/12 Trampling Hydra. And if every time we tap Karn's Bastion to proliferate, guess what, folks? We're putting 2 more +1/+1 counters on. And this is, and we have the Strionic Resonator too. Folks, this is your Zaxara the Exemplary EDH Commander build. You built it, and we just played it. Go forth. Enjoy this day. Want to become a Pack Wars combatant? 4 easy steps. Step number 1. Click on the link below in the description, or go to www.buymeacoffee.com/MTG Step number 2. Select either membership or support. Membership will enroll you into Pack Wars for $5 each month. Support will cost $5 for 1 month. Step number 3, complete payment information. The name you use will appear on the site. Use your real name, use your YouTube handle, or use no name at all and be anonymous. Be sure to include your email address in the information. Step number 4, most importantly, prepare for war.